Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is Manny.
I'm Han.
And today we have a review for you guys. We have
Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Brody. Is he a bro?
Now, I'm the only one that watched it, so...
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I don't really know anything about Dragon Ball Z. Well, other than what everybody else knows. Alright, so in a spoiler-free way, tell the people what you like about it.
Right, so... First of all, the first thing you'll notice immediately is the animation is completely different than like what you're used to. It's a more smooth animation.
So it's not like the show.
It's not like the show, especially not the way it is right now, like Dragon Ball Super. So it's a different type of animation. It's smoother, it's more fluent, like the way they move and all that. And the art just in general is different. It's not completely different that you like thrown off, but it is different.
So you really like the animation from it?
I really like the animation. It was
the look of
like
it.
I said, yeah, it was a lot more fluent, especially, which is good for the fights because that's what you want, like for it to be very fluent and smooth. And also the color, it was like very vibrant. Once again, especially in the fights, since they do like beam attack, like power, things like that, and power up. It's like a lot of different colors, and it's like very vibrant. One thing when it comes to like visuals that I didn't like is that they also incorporate CGI.
Oh, okay.
And,
for an animated movie?
Yeah, and I usually don't mind it. It's like it looks kind of like a video game.
Oh, okay.
And they usually do that for complicated type of fight things to make it look more smooth. But like I said, I usually don't mind it, but because it's never too much, especially like they've done it like in shows or in other movies. The previous Dragon Ball movie, they had some CGI in it, but it was like very little. And in this one, it was like a big chunk of it. Of the fight is like CGI, and it's like very, like it's a lot of CGI.
So it's
like,
pretty
like
noticeable.
Watching,
it's really noticeable.
It's like watching like a cutscene of a video game.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so it throws you off a bit because it's nothing. It's very noticeable and it's nothing like the rest of the movie. But I didn't mind it because I was already, by the point where that happens, you're already like into it.
Into the story. Okay. What about the story?
Story was a big thing going into this because, especially if you guys saw the trailers and from what it made it seem, it was gonna be very heavy with story, which is something different in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's never been known for story,
just
action. Especially
they tell their story with their action.
They tell
right?
their story, yeah. Like as they're going, like the action. There's a lot of action, a lot of fights. So yes, there's always been a story, but they've never been like an anime that goes deep into storytelling. You know, it's always very simple, and even how can I say they also have a lot of, I don't want to say plot holes, but a lot of inconsistencies in a way. So that Dragon Ball has been known for that, for having a lot of inconsistencies. And that was one thing that I was really looking forward to in this movie because they kind of made it seem that way, was that this was gonna fix a lot of those.
Oh, was it to bridge a lot of the gaps together?
Yeah. And it was gonna...
But it created new ones?
No, it's just that I feel like the way they did it felt a bit rushed. You know?
Okay.
At a lot of points throughout the fight, I kind of thought that they were gonna stop and then go off into something else, but it just kept going. The fight kept going and going. And I'm not complaining about it because I liked the fight. The fight was great, but I just thought there was gonna be more story to it. It's something that we're not used to in Dragon Ball, which is story, and the fact that they did as much as they did do was great.
Anything else that you liked from the movie?
Well, yeah,
so you like the animation, the way it looked, you like the story, even though it had some holes in it?
Yeah, just not as developed as I was hoping.
Gotcha.
I guess that's probably me that I was expecting a lot.
But the action, what about the action sequence?
The action was freaking amazing.
So it lived up to the par of Dragon Ball Z then.
Yeah, and a good thing that I liked, that I'm happy about having gone to watch it in the theater, is that it emphasizes the scope of how big and powerful they are, and the movie does great at it. And visually, like you can see like how powerful they are and how powerful they're getting, and like how their attacks are so destructive, and you know the things that they do. So the fight was amazing. It builds up. It starts slow, but in a very like, which is also something that is not. It has happened in Dragon Ball, but not a lot, which is that they kind of slow down the fight, and you can actually see like the attacks and like hits, like a very like hand-to-hand combat type of way. That's kind of how the fight starts, and then it builds up to like the more typical stuff where it's like super fast speed, throwing beams and like explosions and things like that.
Okay.
The only thing that kind of threw me off, like I said earlier, was the CGI part, which does happen during the fight. But other than that, the fight was great. The animation was great overall, regardless of the CGI, and the story was pretty good. Like I said, to me, it kind of felt short a little bit because I guess I was probably expecting too much. I was hoping it was going to be very story heavy, which was something that I never saw before, which is why I was looking forward to it. So, but overall, it was great.
You think if Detective Pikachu does well, then studios will look at Dragon Ball Z?
I feel like the thing is because they've already tried to make a Dragon Ball movie.
Oh, yeah,
before.
but there's
And that was
everybody's
terrible.
pretending that didn't happen, right? Like,
Yeah,
it was-
we tried to, but it happened. And I feel like because of that, they're scared to try it. But I would hope that eventually they do, especially because with a lot of movies, like I feel like I've told you before, like with Man of Steel is a good example. The way that they made those fights immediately reminded me of Dragon Ball. Like the way they fight in the fights that happen in Man of Steel are very
similar to the fights.
to the fights that are in Dragon Ball. Obviously, in Dragon Ball, the difference is that they're very exaggerated. Like the speed, they're like super fast, and a lot of times it's like you don't even see them; you just see like the blast happening. And I would love to see that in a live action movie. There are some like fan made stuff that are pretty well, but obviously, like if a studio made it, it'd
Yeah,
be like
for
so much
big
better.
budget and all that. Yeah.
So I would hope so, but I don't think because of this movie they would go for it.
Cool. All right. Well, that was Juan thoughts on Dragon Ball
Super Broly.
Broly. Be on the lookout for our next videos. We will be reviewing Glass, which we'll be seeing tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna see it tonight.
And yeah, be on the lookout for our review on that. See you guys next time.